Yeah, g'day. Welcome to Sumo's Projects. This particular program is about just doing projects you can do yourself in your garage, outside, under the carport. Very simple, working with timber, working with some other products like plastics, incorporate a little bit of steel work. But all these things are things we can all do. And the greatest thing about watching YouTube channels, it's participation. So we're all participants. We're all increasing our skills by watching other people do things, and hopefully what I can do is very simple projects that can be achieved in either an hour, a couple of hours. I always say an hour, but that never happens. But even on a weekend or over a couple of weeks. You may have the skill set to do complex joinery, which I avoid because it's my father was an average sort of knockabout fella who'd he'd do construction and construct things, and they turned out really good. And just a coat of finish at the end, and Bob's your uncle. So first project I'm going to take on is a folding chair. So it's being in Australia. We have a pretty vast expanses of land, and popular pastimes are to go fishing, to sit around a barbecue, campfire at night, have a yarn, and just enjoy yourselves. But you can buy seats to take away, but why not make one for yourself? It's quite easy, and that's what we're going to do right away. Come on. So for this project, I'm going to be using some pine. Now, the first step is to I'm going to be making the top, the stool seat, and this particular bit of pine I've already milled up, machined to square up all the corners, and so we've got about close to 2 inches, just a bit under 50 millimeters for the thickness, and the top is going to be a diameter of 300 millimeters, which equates to about 12 inches. So what I'll do, I'm going to mark out now approximately reference point here at 300 millimeters. So we'll mark that. Measuring tape, anything to have. Nice square little pencil. We'll mark that at 300 mil. As I said, the dust extraction systems and the technology on some of these saws give you quite adequate dust collection compared to not having it. So each of these saws, the manufacturer does give you a little bag to capture a little bit of dust, and it's a nightmare. So if you have the finances available, get yourself a vacuum. These little ones are about $89 now in Australia, so well worth having. Let's go and glue these bits of pine up. Here's one I prepared earlier. Always have a bit of an offcut. Just run that in. Use your fingers, get it reasonably good. Fingers are always a very good indicator. We have to wait. It's always a waiting game after a glue up. What's it say on here? A couple of, I think they always recommend at least give it a couple of hours. So I'm going to go and have a cuppa and cool down, and we'll see you soon. Alright, So whilst the top is drying, I've come and grabbed this bit of fine sheet. It's available at the hardware stores. Comes in different sizings, so depending on your project, it'll depend on the price of the piece that you get and the size of the piece you get. So this stuff is relatively inexpensive. I think I paid about 42 Australian dollars for quite a large sheet. I've cut it down for other projects and now I'm about to use it for this. Alright, so cut up the rest of the components needed for this chair build. Still drying the glue. What do? Alright, so I put the chamfer bit into the router table. Into the router I should say. The table doesn't do anything apart from be a table. And what I'm going to do, as I said, we'll just knock off these sharp corners on the edges here and see how we go after that. Starting to get a bit foggy, a bit misty. I'm not crying. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was I'd use less roundovers on my projects, so kind of chamfering. Alright, now this is dried out nicely, so we're just about ready to mark it out. So we'll just go over to the bandsaw, cut this out, and then also to the sander, just shape it a little bit more accurately, and then we'll touch it up on the router table. So now we've got our hinges on, the next step is to actually mark out approximately from the top of the leg 170mm down. And what I've done there, I've marked and pricked a little point, and what we're aiming to do then is get our drill and drill a hole through horizontally, and that will merge into the centre leg. So basically what we're doing is pre-drilling, and then we're going to put in those screws. So for this project I'm using these 75mm 3-inch screws, pre-drilled approximately 3.5mm drill bit, and that will enable that screw to then go through into the centre leg and not split the wood. So let's go ahead and do that now. So here we are at the completion of the little foldable stool project. You can probably complete in a day, and it's certainly a rewarding one. This is pretty simple, a couple of little fiddly bits in it, but hey, what do you expect? It's part of the fun. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and please subscribe. This is my first video, and I plan to make a video on a regular basis on just some simple projects that anyone can build at home, given a bit of spare time, a few resources and motivation. And as I said at the start of the video, it's all about participation. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Please leave a comment, any ideas, suggestions, and let's go from there. Cheers.